Hey guys, Mr. Lin here. I'm just going to share with you a couple tips on paintbrush care. One of the things that, I'm going to start over there, edit. One of my pet peeves is when I find a paintbrush like this after class that has not been rinsed out. Unfortunately, acrylic paint dries really fast, and if it dries on the bristles, the brush is essentially ruined. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do when you're over by the sink rinsing out your brushes, just hold your forearm out like this and go like that. If you still see color come out on the brush, then it needs to be rinsed more. So rinse it more until you can go like this and no color comes out on your wrist like that. It's a great strategy, and it's really nice to be able to use decent paintbrushes. It's easier to be a good painter if you have good tools to work with. So let's try to take care of our brushes a little bit better than that. Other than that, please don't set a brush down with paint on it while you're still working. Like I said, the paint dries really quickly. No faster way to ruin a brush than just to kind of set it down and forget about it. Also, I know it's probably better than setting it down with paint on it to put it in the cup of water like this. However, if they just sit there soaking in the cup of water, these little metal ferrules, this metal piece right here is called the ferrule. Those tend to fall off after a while because the wood in the brush gets saturated. So that's not so great either. The best way to take care of a paintbrush while you're not using it is just to rinse it out good. And when you rinse it out, you don't want to tap and hammer it at the bottom. Although that is a very effective way to get the paint out, the ferrule unfortunately has a tendency to cut the bristles off and it ruins the paintbrush too. So just swish it really good. Make sure no paint's coming off again, and then just set it aside until you need to use it again. So there you go. That's Mr. Lin's handy dandy tutorial on taking good care of your brushes so that you can do good paintings. Thank you. One last tip on paintbrush care. You'll notice that all of these brushes are placed in the cup with the tip upwards, except this little straggler right here, he's downwards. When you have rinsed your brush and you put it back in the cup, it is best to put them tip up, because if they're tipped down and they're just kind of smushed in the bottom of the cup down here, they tend to dry in that smushed configuration, and then that ruins the brush too, so they don't work as well. So please try to always put your paintbrush tip up as well. Thanks, guys.